What is up, everybody? It is November 17th, my 1-year body transformation anniversary, and here I am to talk to you about my journey from before that till now. There's a lot that has happened over my 23 years of life that has brought me to this point, but I just want to talk about it a little bit so you kind of understand where I'm at today. My friends and family, and if you follow me on Instagram for a while or any social media, you know that I have been chunky and little and chunky and little back and forth, and I've never been consistent. I'm always doing a before and after picture like, Jordan, get your shit together. So I know it may be hard for some of them to understand that this is actually permanent. A lot different than any other time that I've lost weight, and I'll explain why. I've had a really bad relationship with food and my body since I can remember. I remember being as young as 8 years old thinking, oh, I need to lose weight, I need to work out and lose 10 pounds. What 8-year-old, no 8-year-old should be thinking about losing weight. And so that right there is just a bad start. I was a smaller kid because I was in sports and always active and doing whatever. I got older and cut out the amount of sports, but kept eating and eating and eating, and especially with everything that I had a tough upbringing, I guess you could say, and I didn't realize it until recently, because as a kid you don't think that what's going on around you is bad, and it rooted. That's where a lot of my depression and low self-confidence and everything rooted from. So the summer before my freshman year of high school, I actually became bulimic, and my girlfriend, she lived like right across the street. I was at her house all the time. For whatever reason, I would never eat when we were there. I don't know why. She like never offered me food or anything. And when she did eat, it was only for her because they didn't have enough food for me, which I was like, okay. I started seeing myself lose weight, and so I was like, sure, that's fine with me. I'm over there all the time not eating. And then when I was home, I would eat like maybe an apple or some yogurt, some crackers, and then I would force myself to throw it up. And that went on for an entire summer. And part way into my freshman year, so I went into freshman year pretty thin, not healthy, but smaller than I think I had ever been. So I found this like new self-confidence, I guess, and it was only temporary, of course. I eventually got off of being bulimic just by myself because I noticed, well, I'd seen an article about like how it affects your heart and how it affects your teeth, and I'm huge on my teeth. I cannot stand it like when my teeth look gross and feel gross, so that made me stop. I cut that, but I also didn't continue to eat any better, so of course ballooned right back up, and that's been my constant battle, is going from thin to chunky, from thin to chunky, and back and forth and back and forth. And I've done that for years. Oh my gosh, like if you even go through even just this past year, I have not been consistent like I should be, but I got to a really, really dark place last fall, darker than it's ever been, just an all-time low. A lot of my low self-confidence, I don't even know how to say it, but pretty much I am very self-conscious, and not as much recently, not this past year, but before I would measure my self-worth on how much people liked me, on if it worked out with guys or not, and gone out of the country and got back, and you know, you go on vacation, you eat. Well, I just kept eating and eating and eating, and it got so bad that one night I went to Burger King. I got 2 big ass burgers. And I'm not talking about value meal, like they were so substantial that they were given a number. So I got 2 whatevers, one of one burger and one of another. I got a large fry, I got onion rings, and I got a big, like the biggest Dr. Pepper, or yeah, I believe it was Dr. Pepper, that they had to offer. What I do, I came home, I snuck it in my bag because I was ashamed, of course. I knew I shouldn't be eating all that food. Went downstairs, I devoured that meal. I ate it so quickly. It was like under 30 minutes. Like, who eats that much food? Who eats that much? And then who eats that much that quick? So I knew what I had done. I felt like crap as soon as I did it. And like I said, I haven't been bulimic in years. I do have a sensitive stomach now, I think, because of it. But I stopped because I got older and I just decided that's not something that I want to do. I don't want to stick my finger down my throat to throw. I just want to eat all the food. I just want to digest it and feel like shit. So that's what I did. I ate all that food, and about 10 minutes afterwards, you know how they say when you hit rock bottom, there's no place to go but up? That was my rock bottom. I got so low, and I think I ran upstairs, and I'm pretty sure that I was yelling at this point. And I went upstairs and I told my grandma, I was like, Grandma, I'm sick of this. I'm tired of being unhappy with my body. I just ate all this food and I didn't even think twice about it. I was like yelling at her, and I'm pretty sure she was looking at me like, why are you yelling? Like, I didn't do this to you. My poor grandma. So I told her, I was like, I am going, I think it was like a Friday or Saturday. I was like, I'm going Sunday, I'm going grocery shopping, I'm buying all this food, and I'm starting the Whole30 on Monday, and I'm doing it for 90 days. That's it. And my grandma, I have done, if you don't know what the Whole30 is, I think it's a great program. Just, it's not a full-time style, and that's what they, or a life, it's not a lifestyle, it's supposed to be temporary, which is what they say. They don't expect you to restrict yourself for that long. So what it is, it's no sugar, no dairy, no grains. But you get to eat 3 times a day. The meals can be as big as you want. You just have to make sure you include a serving of protein. You can have as many vegetables as you want, and you can have like good fats and olives and all these different things. And they've got all their stuff on their website, which if you want to check it out, I would, but I don't recommend it to be your weight loss solution. And the reason for that is because there are so many restrictions. So as soon as I got off, I did the 90 days, and I'll show you the before picture of November 17th when I started to the very last day after the Whole30. You'll see I lost like 35 pounds, and I lost quite a bit of body fat. And I only started working out on because it was about 3 months, 90 days, 3 months. I only started working out on day 2, so I did a lot of lifting. The program that I followed, I'll list that below as well because I think it is great. Jamie Eason Live Fit program on bodybuilding.com, completely free. So I did her workout program, but then I followed the Whole30 regimen for 90 days. So I lost 35 pounds, a lot of body fat, and overall I thought I was happy. But as soon as I got off of the Whole30, what did I do? I binged. I went and got donuts, I got sushi. So I went from like 180 and I buckled up back to 190. So basically all that work that I'd done kind of almost went out the window, but then I again remembered my commitment to myself that I made, that this was not going to be a lifestyle that I was going to maintain. The lifestyle that I wanted was to be healthy and fit and active and happy and strong and overall just content. So I would kind of go back and forth, and this year has been really tough. A lot of things that have happened were very tasking. And I eat my emotions. When I get sad, I eat. When I get dumped or get screwed over, I eat. I eat because I'm happy. I eat. I love food, so I just eat all the time. So I kind of was between 180 and 190 all of this year. And then I kind of hit another rock bottom in the middle of this year. Not rock bottom like I did November 17th of last year, but a rock bottom in the middle of my progress. To go a whole 90 days and do so well with my food, and then to just go back to old habits so quickly was bad. So what had happened was my great-grandmother passed, and then like 2 weeks later I got fired from my job. So I completely stopped working out, and I was on a really good path. Even though my diet wasn't the best, I was at least working out consistently 4 to 6 times a week. But after my great-grandmother passed, who I was very close to, and then getting fired from my job, I went into a really, really dark place, and I started drinking and eating kind of just about how I did when I hit rock bottom that fall of last year. And after like 3 or 4 weeks of that, I was like, Jordan, what are you doing? You just did all of this work and you're just gonna throw it away. So I decided, and the best decision of my life, I came across Allie Salas, and I'll link her information below. I've talked about her in prior videos, but I came across her page, and that was the game changer. I hired her. She taught me about my body. I had a body composition test, learned how many calories I was burning just resting, no activity, nothing. And for so long I'd been against calorie counting, but I figured, you know, what the hell, I've done everything else, might as well try this. And with calorie counting, I can eat whatever I want. I just have to stay within the range. So it made me a lot more conscious of what I'm eating. So I downloaded MyFitnessPal. I was meeting with Allie once a week, and then she'd give me I got an online plan with her as well for the other 4 days a week. So I was working out 5 days a week. That first month, I was eating as many calories as I was burning, so I really didn't fluctuate too much. I felt a lot better, and I was eating like 5 meals a day, so I was not as tired anymore. I had a lot more energy, and I was only hungry when it was time to eat, so my body was kind of trained. And the reason for this, in which Allie explained to me, and for whatever reason just clicked, nothing else did, what you want to think about it as a fireplace. You can't overload the fireplace and expect that fire to burn. It's just going to dwindle because it's overwhelmed. You can't just put one log in and expect it to continue to burn for hours and hours. You have to keep feeding it. You have to keep putting the logs in there. You keep adding to the fire. So that's what I'm doing to my body. I'm adding to the fire. So that first month, like I said, I was eating just enough the same exact amount of calories that my body was essentially burning. Maybe lost like 3 or 4 pounds, maybe like 2% body fat, and I started at 34.9%. And I'll of course include photos from when I started with Allie to today. And I posted this on my Instagram of November 17th when I started, at the end of the Whole30, and then yesterday, November 16th, so after hiring a personal trainer and counting calories. So anyways, I keep getting off track. I was eating the calories that I was burning, and then I was kind of frustrated that I'm putting in all this hard work and really not seeing as much results, and I had to, and this is coming again from a background of really bad diets and quick fixes, so I wasn't beating myself up over it, but at the same time it still was frustrating. So I was talking to my friend about this, and he was like, Jordan, you're an idiot. Like, you want to lose, so you have to have a deficit of calories. Duh. So I reduced my calories by like 150, nothing crazy. And that's the thing, you can reduce your calories, but it can't be so much that your body is malnourished. That's what causes that overeating and, you know, that lethargic, tired feeling all the time. You have to still feed your body. So I cut 150 calories for the month of September, and I started losing more weight and more body fat. And I was still gaining muscle. I went to Cabo for about a week on vacation, and I didn't let myself get too off track. I didn't count any calories while I was there, and I worked out like 2 or 3 times, and then I came back and I was like, I'm gonna hit the ground running. Like, it's almost my anniversary of when I decided that I wanted to treat myself better, because I want to have more respect for myself. So let's hit the ground running. So I started consistently working out. Like 5-6 days a week with Allie. I'd meet with her once, and again, just her online plans. I started to, because she does a lot of like accessory work and high intensity and circuits and stuff like that, and I love that. But I wanted to add more muscle to my body, so I kind of incorporated to each of our workouts like 1 or 2 strength training exercises. So deadlifts, squats, heavy leg presses, what is that? Overhead press, and a lot of the like powerlifting moves. So I would incorporate like 1 or 2 of those on top of her workout so that I'm adding muscle, but at the same time still cutting. So right now I'm in a cut phase to where I want to lean out. So it's essentially what people usually do right before summer when they want to look best in their bikinis. Well, I've never been to that point. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting so that way I can start bulking later so that I can pack on more muscle, and so you can see it. Right now I'm just trying to get rid of the fat. So I went down to, currently I'm at 1,420 calories a day, and literally when I say I eat whatever I want, I eat whatever I want. I still try to maintain that same amount of calories on my off days and on the weekends, but I just am a little bit more fun. So Monday through Friday I'll eat the same thing, all 5 of my meals, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, same thing Monday through Friday, but then the weekend I get a little bit crazier. So I'll have pancakes and waffles and pizza and wings and burgers. I'll have whatever I want, but I'm just more conscious about it. I still log everything into MyFitnessPal no matter what, and I don't beat myself up over it when I do get off track or exceed my calories or have all the wings and then a burger. You know, you just have to get back on track. That's the whole point. You're human. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna mess up. And I didn't have a consistent year. My year, even this past year, it was a whole learning experience. I'm only now starting to understand what my body needs. I'm learning to respect myself and how to treat myself better, which is in turn giving me confidence, and I am the happiest that I've ever been. I used to rely on food and boys and the opinions of people around me and being petty and self-loathing. It's amazing what you can learn by dedicating time to yourself and focusing on you and what you want and what you need. And if there's any advice that I can give you, it's to do that. Treat yourself with the respect that you want others to treat you with. Fuel your body with things that it needs. Let it have fun sometimes. Go have a drink, go have a burger, go eat some pizza and wings, but come back and reel it in and understand that that can't be a 24/7 thing. It's temporary. You want long-term results, you got to put in long-term work. It's nothing that you can, and there's nothing wrong with all the other diets. But I know for me, that doesn't work. I need to be able to eat what I want and not feel guilty about it. And that's how I've been so successful, especially these last like 3 or 4 months. And I've found my groove, and it takes a lot of trial and tribulation. Just don't beat yourself up about it and have fun. I hope that this video was helpful. I know I talked a lot, and if you're still here, ride or die, you with me? So thank you everybody for your kind words on my pictures and your support. I could not have been so successful these last few months without the people who I have around me, and for people like you who watch this whole thing. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got more questions and you want me to go a little bit further in depth about something that I discussed today or something that I didn't discuss, we'll leave that in the comments below and I will address it. I'll be sure to link Allie's information because again, she's been such a huge help. I can't even, I say it all the time, and I'm sure people who like are on my social media are so sick of me talking about it. But she's very knowledgeable. She's the key to where I am right now. I will link Whole30's information because I do think it is a good resource, and their book that they have has a lot of valuable information. And that is it. If you, like I said, like this video, if you give it a thumbs up, if you liked it, subscribe to my channel so you can continue to follow my journey and see where I go. If I balloon back up, if I keep it going. No, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm on a high right now. I'm not coming off. I'm real happy. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching this whole thing and listening to me rant. I love you very much, and peace out, Girl Scout.